Welcome back. Today I feel like I'm in Unc mode, Uncle Mike mode. Just sitting around on my high horse, on my couch, thinking about how we can better ourselves and our community. Things that we can avoid, things we can stop doing that really embarrass us as a whole. So we can really stop bitching and complaining about stuff that simply sounds hypocritical. So we're like, why do we support Aaron the Plumber? Why? Why do we as black people support him? Now, I'm not saying that's majority of us, but I'm just saying it's too many of us. The fact that any of us really support Aaron the Plumber is an issue. To me, it's a problem because, once again, it's a reflection of all the bad things we support. We're willing to go out there and be like, oh yeah, man, Kevon wasn't that bad when he was a serial killer. People still out there blasting his music, knowing how horrible of a person that he was. Now, I get it. You can sometimes separate the artist from the murderer, but it just doesn't always, really resonate with me. So like, Aaron the Plumber is only famous because he went on Pop the Balloon and embarrassed himself. And now he's got a name. Now he's an entity. Now he's somebody that people actually are entertained by watching. It's just like Charleston White. People that go out there and just embarrass themselves, say the most foul shit that really you should get the dog shit slapped out of you for saying, just get the pigment torn completely off your skin forever coming out of your mouth. People love watching those people, and I get it. It's cringe. But do you not realize by watching and engaging in all their content, you're making them rich? You're making them live a better life than you're probably currently living? I don't understand that. I don't support them because I understand how that works. Most of y'all have had this stuff explained to you by content creators that you watch, that you follow, that you see on a regular basis, and yet you still do it. You still engage in the content that's absolutely degenerate. That's what Aaron the Plumber is. He's a degenerate. He's a buffoon. He's an embarrassment. He is an absolute worthless human being. He is a true piece of shit. He's violent. All that stuff that you see. Aaron the Plumber, every time you see him, he's constantly crashing out trying to fight folks, assaulting people live on air. That's what he's always doing. Every time you see him, he's fighting, or he's drunk, or he's yelling at a woman, or some woman is crashing out on him, blaming him for doing something either violent or something that's absolutely despicable and you shouldn't stand by whatsoever. And he's the kind of guy who's always out here talking about, well, I'm gonna sue your ass. Well, where are the suing papers? Where is the serving papers? Where are they? Watch TV is still waiting for his serving papers, homie. I thought you said you were gonna sue him half a year ago. Where are they? People haven't knocked on his door yet, and I don't think he's moved. What about all the other content creators? Is Erica Mena, or whoever her name is, has she gotten her papers yet as well? You said you were going to sue the pants off of her, get her arrested. You're talking about, oh man, she assaulted me and whatnot. You're talking about you got your ass beat by a woman, a real woman. Aren't you just one of those masculine men with your big old pec sticking out? You really got your ass whooped by her? Really? And you weren't going to do nothing about it? Lies. Pure BS. I mean, and the thing is, people still eat this stuff up. Somebody's out there listening to Aaron the Plumber thinking, yeah, this brother's a victim. Just like MTR was like, yeah, man, I'm going to side with this brother, knowing that he has a million red flags just littered all over his face. Right over there, covered up with them band-aids. You should have saw a red flag instead of a band-aid. Every time he had some type of gauze or whatever on his face, that's another red flag. Just sitting there letting you know that this guy engages in goonish behavior. And I'm not talking about the meat-beating variety. I'm talking about goon. The ones that go out there and wild out. The people you don't trust to be at the barbecue, at the picnic. The ones that you don't want to be at Waffle House with because they're the ones who's going to throw a chair through the window and assault the cook. Because they're pissed off that somebody overcooked their grits slightly, or they didn't get their coffee right, or they didn't get any part of their order the way they really wanted, and they're just going to decide to fight people and destroy the whole place because those people don't care about anybody. They're going to walk out on their tab even though everything was okay. They just do it for the hell of because they're like, who's really going to check me? Who's really going to come after me? And you would hate this person if you knew him in real life, but yet you somehow support him on the internet with your money. I don't understand that. I really can't wrap that concept around my head. Somebody needs to help me understand that. Please leave that in the comments because I need justification. I need somebody to tell me why they would support Aaron the Plumber when he is literally the embodiment of ass. Like, who wants to represent that? I don't know. He's literally a walking hemorrhoid. He is something that is literally a true pain in the booty. And y'all still watch him and be like, haha, man, that dude is hilarious. No, he's not. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's really not. Watching somebody go out there and constantly embarrassing themselves because they're an alcoholic, because they're violent, because they don't know how to control their temper, or they don't know how to actually take any type of insults or insight or any type of information. Good Lord, I just bumbled that. But anyway, I'm just saying those people are the worst. And for whatever reason, we still make sure they stay relevant. We keep pushing content that has them in it. Aaron the Plumber somehow is something that is going to make your channel grow up or blow up sometimes. That stuff just blows my mind. I just don't get why we support that kind of behavior when we know what it really is. There are people that you would never want to engage in or gauge with in your actual life, but somehow you think they're the greatest people as a support of all time. You'll sit there and actually make defense cases for folks, even though you know nothing about what's going on. You'll be like, I think that guy's a good guy, even though he's got like 28 assault charges and all sorts of cease and desist orders, fraud charges. I mean, he's got everything on his resume that you can possibly imagine being bad, all sorts of essay allegations. Some of them could probably be substantiated by following text messages, video that somehow that they say isn't legitimate evidence, but it is. There's a lot of stuff that be out there about these people, and y'all be like, no, man, that's all lies, conspiracy on the brother. Everybody's out to get him because he's black. No, they're out to get him because he's shit. That's why they're out to get him. And I don't understand why so many people don't get that. Some people aren't good. They're not. Kanye is a cunt. He is truly the worst type of person. Aaron the Plumber is the same. True douchebags, people who suffer from a God complex, maybe not to the degree that Kanye does, because Kanye is literally walking around here like he can part the seas. But the only thing he's been parting apparently is his cheeks. He expects people to follow him, to worship him all the way to the point where they are on their knees. But what we've come to realize is that nobody has spent more time on their knees than Kanye. Out here slurping up semen like he expects people to slurp up his bullshit. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I just don't understand how people can have that big of a God complex. Have you levitated things with your mind? Have you literally turned water into wine? That's what he thinks he has done. He thinks his music, his words, his genius has affected folks to the point where they have literally changed forms, and they haven't. Damn, dog, are you all right? Well, anyway, that whole thing is just baffling. Kanye is just crashing out anytime you challenge Kanye on any type of situation that has anything. Like, he got upset at Piers Morgan for saying he had 32 million subscribers on X instead of 33. Oh my God, the offense. How dare he insult me by saying I have 1 million subscribers less than what I actually do? When it's like, bruh, is that really the end of the world? That hurts your feelings that much? Homie, go kick rocks. As a matter of fact, go choke on rocks. I don't like these people, but yeah, we see people cape up for them all the time. For what? Help me understand why y'all would defend any of these sorry ass people when they would throw and spit on you in public because you accidentally bumped up against them. You touched their Nikes. You accidentally touched their shoulder because you were walking by them in a crowded area. They're the kind of people that would pour their drink on you. They were the kind of people that would send goons after you to mug you in the parking lot. They are the worst type of people, but yet y'all find a way to be like, no, they ain't that bad. They ain't that bad. I like them. They make me laugh. F that. F them. And F you if you really support them. Because, I mean, that just makes you just as trash as them. You're just another dumpster diver, another apple core eater. You're trailer trash. And I can't get behind any of your messaging. You're the kind of people that have no sense of logic. You know, the kind of people that support people like Aaron the Plumber, Kanye, people who don't understand the law, people who don't have common sense, people that can't read and write. People can't do common things, people that can't build relationships, people that can't keep jobs, people who can't keep a car, can't pay their rent, always getting evicted, always crashing out, always ruining everything in their life and everybody else's lives. Those are the type of people that love Aaron the Plumber. Those are the people that love Kanye West. Meat ride for him, just like Kanye was out there meat riding his cousin. Wild stuff, man. You got Aaron the Plumber over here getting hands thrown on by other trans people. And I mean, that trans put them hands on Aaron, by the way. For somebody as swole as Aaron is, the guy literally looks like he's built like a Ninja Turtle. Got the 12 pack and all. And somehow he suffers more defeats than any loser in anime. The man is constantly taking L's. He's taken more L's than Drake has in the last year and a half. And that's quite a few. That's quite a few. I don't know. I just don't get why we support these asses. I really don't. It really frustrates me. And that's probably it for today's rant. But I challenge each and every person who supports these individuals to question themselves Why? Start with why. Ask yourself that, and I think you might be able to do some real soul searching. Find whatever is going wrong in your life that makes you want to absorb that shitty content on a regular basis. For you to love people like Charleston White. Charleston White is just literally a cartoon character. He's not even real. People don't even know who the real Charleston White is because he's lost himself so deep in this character that anytime he speaks and tries to be real, you can't even take it seriously because he's going to follow it up with some coonish Confederate flag waving type of bullshit. And I mean and to me it's like, I get some of it's just for content, but there's also a point where like, man, you really feel comfortable just doing some of the stuff you're doing. It would, like I said, there's a difference between acting for stuff and then just doing what these guys do for money. I wouldn't trust Aaron in a room with me and a couple of my close friends with any form of alcohol because he's going to just wild out and start trying to fight individuals, make everybody feel uncomfortable. I'm telling you, I just don't understand why we support folks who we know would make every situation, every shindig, every event that we go to be terrible, be something we can no longer enjoy because they're there. You're constantly like looking out the corner of your eye thinking, are they going to do something? When is it before they snap? How long is it before they snap? Because you know they're going to snap. You know, those people who go to certain places, it's just like Q dogs who used to go to parties with A5As. Anytime there was a party, it was just a matter of time before the Qs started swinging and everybody was throwing haymakers. It was just a matter of time. It's crazy, man. No disrespect to Qs, but it was like that in college. I mean, everywhere that we went, and I wasn't an A5A, I was a Sigma Chi. I was in the white fraternity. Every time I went to an event that had Q dogs in it, fights, brawls, melees. Defend yourself. Hide your chick. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. If you had any. Wild shit. See you soon.